On this episode of The Journey, we find an unexpected oasis in Kansas. Look at this amazing spot Ariel found. Then we go raw milk hunting in the middle of nowhere.
So he's giving me a hard time for finding this place that quote unquote was right off the highway.
And might be a store, allegedly. Then we head to Colorado to explore the Rockies, and I get chased on my one wheel. Live, thrive, build! Before we get into this episode of The Journey, I'd like to thank our made-up sponsor of this video, My Potty, My Choice. My Potty, My Choice is the all-new way of thinking when it comes to your bare necessities in life. If you're ever on the road living the van life like us, you may find yourself with a different belief system than your significant other on this dark matter. Not to worry, just use My Potty, My Choice.
Babe, just go in the tiny potty. It's right there.
No, I'd rather pee out of this window while the van's moving before that ever happens. It's My Potty, My Choice. When it comes down to it, I'd prefer to nourish the natural environment around me, depending on which number calls my name. But in some cases, I'll just wait until we find the nearest campground or rest stop. I gotta go. Whew, I'm glad I didn't have to use that tiny potty. Thanks, My Potty, My Choice. My Potty, My Choice. Accessories and batteries are not included. Side effects may occur if you or your loved one witnesses someone else taking care of business in the woods. Now, back to the journey. So, we're now going to be looking for another spot to camp for tonight, but there are some severe storm warnings on our road up through Kansas. But there just might be a chance we can split the storms and head west on I-70. So we may end up going for that, but we don't know where we're going to camp yet.
You can definitely see it up in the northwestern corner there of how ominous and dark it looks.
Yeah, exactly. Like, every time I think of a storm in Kansas, I'm like, does it automatically have tornadoes in it? Because that's all I've known, you know. Yeah, but we got some really cool shots of the sun rays, coming through the clouds, and, obviously got some windmills in there, of course, too. Well, we were able to just split the two storms to the north and the south of us by heading west, and Ariel found an awesome campground, thanks to her downloading the "You're probably in the middle of nowhere, but you're just in the middle of Kansas" app on her phone. And this beautiful campground she found was on none other than Wilson Lake. I didn't know these kind of mountains were here, and this campground just winds back over this lake all around it. And there's even some legit elevation. Oh my gosh, this is a one-wheeler's dream. Woohoo! We were able to quickly settle in right before sunset and enjoy a little bit of nature before we all headed off to bed. What a nice sight to wake up to in the morning.
Hi, I'm Miss Nari.
So we are headed out, and it is a beautiful day in Kansas. We spent the night in the most incredible accidental campground called, was it Lake Wilson State Park?
Yes.
And I posted lots of photos and videos and stuff like that of it, but we were absolutely smitten. We have an exciting stop ahead of us. I found an organic farm to buy eggs and raw organic milk. I guess she has cheese and yogurt and all of that. And I'm kind of giddy. I'm excited.
Fill up on some microbiome.
Yeah. refresh and refreeze our icebox, sleep in normal people beds, and maybe take a bath and be in separate rooms just for a little bit. We're good. We're good.
You and I are definitely the same.
No, I mean like from the kids.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be fun. We're excited. The kids just asked if we're in the Grand Canyon.
Hello, everyone. On today's adventure, we're going to get milk in the middle of Kansas. And it's not a road. Not a normal road by any means.
So he's giving me a hard time for finding this place that quote unquote was right off the highway.
And might be a store, allegedly, according to Mariel. I'm wondering if this person's, no offense, has had a customer physically to their store.
She sounded very excited to hear from me.
Yes, I think she's very excited to see another person.
I'm so excited this is a real place. They have a sign.
Well, here we are officially in the store, so I officially owe Ariel $10. Because I also bet her that there was not an actual store out here. After picking up our raw milk, I decided to stop on this open road and do some, you guessed it, one-wheeling. Then I was able to grab a cool pic of this moment, which One Wheel ended up sharing on their social media page the next day. It was pretty cool. So here's our Airbnb. I think this will be my first time in a church building in, what, over 4 years? I just want to say, how dare you? We slept okay at the Airbnb, but we did get to see the world's largest easel and then moved on into Colorado. And as we came in, we decided to visit some good friends of ours. The freaking Colorado Rockies!
These are friends that we've known since before we were married. The husband was in our wedding almost 10 years ago.
We didn't get much footage there because we really just wanted to enjoy our time with them during our brief stay. And I did get to teach my friend how to ride my one wheel, and when I say I taught him how to ride it, he just got on it and took his golf clubs and went to the golf course. Okay, he didn't go to the golf course, but he did almost wipe out carrying his bag. That was pretty funny. I got to have my turn as well though. The children seemed very excited about it. Well, that was a great visit with our friends.
Yeah. It was beautiful seeing their almost 4 children, 1 on the way any day. Beautiful time with all of their little ones too.
We had such a blast, and it was so good to see the children all playing together. It's amazing how children can so quickly become best friends. So what's cool is we left their house, and we know we want to go to like Rocky Mountain National Park or something like that.
Coffee.
Yes, but first coffee. But really, outside of coffee, we don't know where we're going yet, which is how we're rolling. Yeah, it's how we're rolling nowadays. The Rocky Mountains in the rain. What was it, 2 days ago? We were at Little House on the Prairie. Now we're in the Rockies. Throwing snowballs. Well, the kids did awesome, and man, I'm so glad we just went for it. When we got up here, it was raining, pretty dang cold, you know, not freezing, but pretty cold. And I'm just glad we went for it because it cleared up 2 minutes after we started hiking. And things don't always work out like that on our trip. Like, for example, our rack pretty much breaking, not the rack, but the hitch breaking after about 2 days of traveling. But yeah, it's just fun to go for it even when it doesn't look perfect, how often it ends up working out. So we decided to pull off the side of the road and boondock. So this is our little spot here. But I must say, not a bad view. We had a great night's sleep there on the side of the road, and then the next morning I decided to wake up a little early and enjoy some peace and quiet outside. The spot we boondocked in was right behind this gorgeous pass in the mountain, exposing that beautiful rock. And of course, I saw a one-wheel shot in my head, and I could not deny it. So Ariel and I used our cell phones as walkie-talkies and got a really cool shot. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of The Journey. Our next episode, we will be continuing our journey into Colorado because there's so many sights to see here. It's going to have its own episode. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of funny, and plenty of adventure. If you would, subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate it. We love making these videos, and it is a lot of work at the same time. Like it, help it get seen, spread the good, the true, and the beautiful, as well as a little bit of humor. Until next time, my name is Leif.
I'm Cadence.
And I'm Ariel. Keep living, thriving, and building.